Peace, family. Big awareness energy. If you focus on healing, you do not want to miss it. Artificial love is not okay with you being you.
Yeah.
Artificial love got something to say about everything that you do. When you do something that's real to you that they don't align with, artificial love, and they call you out, act funny, say you acting funny, say you switching up. They're finna do everything that they can to get you to go back.
Yeah, they're gonna try to just.
You know what I'm saying? Artificial love doesn't come with elevation. It's a place of where you think you're building patience, but you only procrastinate.
Spray my house with frankincense to start my day again. Today I had to disconnect from my low vibrating friend. Hey, spray my house with frankincense to start my day again. Hey, yeah. Tell me what part of receiving love make you hate a man.
Peace, peace, peace. Big energy. You already know the vibes. Shadow Work Sundays where self-love is therapy. And I am King Manifest.
The guy Khalil.
I say big vibes. Hit that like button, you know what I'm saying? Much gratitude to the tribe. Y'all already know the vibes, you know what I'm saying? So this episode we are actually tapping in with y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's more of an intimate, direct, episode where obviously we know we just entered into Mercury retrograde. And so when these certain type of shifts happen, and this is a shadow retrograde, so we want to tap in with y'all. And so we want y'all to ask us questions, you know what I'm saying? So get y'all questions ready. Also, if you want to join the live, this is going to be a live. We're going to be very interactive. So if you want to join the live and ask questions about shadow work directly to us, and then also if you want to play rapid fire, but it's going to be in the aspect of y'all rapid firing us. So, with shadow work questions as well. So it's going to be definitely very fun and very lit, very interactive. And you already know, big healing energy.
I say,
so let's get it.
Owner to the tribe, make sure y'all smash the like button. You dig what I'm saying?
I say,
get y'all questions ready, man.
Yeah, y'all get the questions ready. Nah, real talk, fam. All right, so let me pause the music, and we're gonna start. So I'm gonna start off with the root chakra bell. I haven't showed y'all. Let me show y'all the bell. You know what I'm saying? Root chakra bell. And so at this time, this is going to help us get grounded. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's all about you, family. You know what I'm saying? This is a place where you do you. So if you do breath work, do breath work. You just want to sit there and just relax. You do that. Whatever it is you feel comfortable doing. You know what I'm saying? Just be in a place of comfort as we doing this and oneness. I say. So at this time, I'm going to get into the Rainbow Collective exercise. You know, y'all already know the vibes, reminding us that we are all one. You know what I'm saying? We may be different colors. I may be vibrating at a green. You may be vibrating at a blue, but we all make up this beautiful rainbow, So this is that reminder. And also this is the alignment of our chakras and the reminder of the power of each chakra. You know what I'm saying? So much gratitude to Kai, you know what I'm saying, for creating this video. Let's get it.
I say.
Every time, you know what I'm saying?
I see.
Peace, peace. So let's get it with the brain gems, Kai.
Dang, my feet just got real hot and they start tingling.
Hmm.
But all right. So since this is a shadow work question related pod class, we're gonna tap real deep and heavy into the heart space. So we're gonna go right under the index finger or no, the ring finger, right under the ring finger. Pressure toward your right under the ring finger. And then the same thing on the opposite hand, right under the ring finger. If y'all pay attention, y'all should be able to feel like a heat or tingling sensation in your heart space as y'all do this. And then we're going to our two fingers and massage the temples and then bring it around to the front of the eyebrow as well. Energy of the heart space. Thymus gland. Forwards and backwards. Clockwise, counterclockwise. Bring everything to the sun. And then we're going to go right under the eyes as well. Right above the cheekbone. This also stimulates the heart space. And we're going to take our hands in a circular, stimulate the eyes, the brain, the neck. Bring that awareness. And then we're going to bring all that energy back to the heart space and turn it up, turn the frequency up.
Let's go.
I see.
And now to ground our heart space, because that is very important. We understand the green energy of the heart space is not the pink energy of the heart space. You know, when we think about a rose quartz, like we talked about before, that's
Exactly.
that blissful, that's the joyful, that's that aspect of it, you know. But that green part of it, and used to use in the crystal again, is the malachite. It's that deep healing, it's that the breakthrough, the release, the cleansing, the change. You know what I'm saying? And so at this time, I want to play the heart chakra singing bowl, and like I said, do your breath work. If you don't, then just be in a place of oneness and comfort, and be vulnerable to yourself. At this time, I say, family, deeper and deeper every week. Man, look, it's the cosmic shifts, and we upgrading. As our shadow upgrade, we upgrade. You know what I mean? So let's get it.
And real quick, family, this is one of my favorite mudras to hold up for the heart space. The lotus flower mudra.
Do it like this, like
just take your hands and put like this.
Yep. Show them. There you go. Appreciate it. That's yeah. That's powerful. Now that's powerful. Appreciate that. We really got to be on there. We keep talking about it every week, that we finna be giving them different mudras, and we just so appreciate that.
No, for surely.
I say, I say, yeah, that was a nice one, nice setup. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm trying to see how we going. Yeah, we're gonna start this off like this. You know, I'm gonna just play the video. So matter of fact, this is I did this freestyle a long time ago, posted it a long time ago, but it just resonates. And I was looking for what I was listening to different stuff, and I was like, man, this really resonates, and it's called self love. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna tap into that shadow work, off the rip.
Yeah, yeah. How could I look at life the same? All I see is fake, it seems really in my dream. Most valuable lesson I learned is nothing is what it seems. Accept them for who they are, not who you want them to be. Yeah, yeah. I'm really not hard to please. I value the simple things, life and family, love and loyalty. I could have it all and still need more of me. Yeah, my priority. Ain't nothing like the feeling when I hear a beat. Therapy session, I'm here to release. I look God in the eyes while killing the beast. To find peace, I gon' meditate with the trees. I'm breathing in their prana as I feel the breeze. Family reunion, I'm assuming that we here to eat. I'm still waiting for a little me. I will not stop. You got me twisted like my locks, and you been counting me out. I'm okay without the doubt. When everything went left, I got right for myself. I got myself. I went lie to myself like somebody else. Only true love felt. I have love for myself like nobody else.
Big self love energy. You know what I'm saying? You know, I can't hear you.
I about to say, yeah, man, like I could definitely relate to that because like just even on a music aspect, because like y'all just been, going through states of shadow work and things like that, and been being pushed to express more because I know I overthink and all of my thoughts be in my head. So just the fact that you're able to show to release and get their thoughts out of their head, space to actually think, process their shadow work now, like is definitely a great place to start off in this pod class.
I say. So let's talk a little bit. And family, don't sleep. Need y'all to get y'all questions ready. And matter of fact, let me go ahead and put this on the screen. Because if you want to join a live, then you got the email right here on the screen. So shoot me an email, and I will send you a link to join a live. And so, the day before this Mercury retrograde, there was a solar eclipse. And so this solar eclipse, like we talked about before, was that I am this. It was a upgrade. You know what I'm saying? And so also what we have to understand is that that solar eclipse has created opportunities of powerful change. You know what I'm saying? And so whenever we get upgrades, family, in this time, I don't know if y'all been feeling like this, but when I tell you, man, I'm literally drinking coffee right now to even just do the podcast. Like I've been so tired, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like on a whole nother level. I really been sleeping for the last 2 days. I've been resting for the last 2 days, not even like consciously, but I understand what it is. It's this energetic shifts and what's going on. So be aware of that. You know what I'm saying? Don't run from it. You know what I mean? If it, slow down. You know what I'm saying? Like later in the episode, well, I can ask it now. I had a question, which is, are you moving too fast? During a retrograde, the Mercury retrograde, you don't want to be moving too fast. This is literally a time and it's designed for you to slow down. If you're moving too fast, you might create chaotic things, especially with a solar eclipse. A solar eclipse is technically chaos energy. So playing off of all the different shifts that has been happening, we have to be aware of that. And then we're going out of Aries into Taurus. You know what I'm saying? So just like I said, just make sure that you're aware of the energy shifts and what's going on, so that way we know how to act and why we're moving the way that we're moving. You know what I'm saying? You're not crazy, you're not this, but it's some energy on the planet right now, and your family might be tweaking it. You may be reactive instead of proactive. So understand why. That way we can be ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? That's the point of this episode too.
And definitely.
Yes, sir. All right. Let me check my email.
Yes, family. But at any time, y'all feel free to drop y'all questions. You know what I'm saying? Any shadow work related questions, like we said, if you've been going through certain things with family or certain things with just being with yourself that you're having trouble processing and getting, now is a chance to tap in. Catch these shadow work hands.
Yeah. I went back to work for 30 days and quit right after the solar eclipse. Jaws was too low vibration. Hey, family, that's big change. You know what I'm saying? Big change energy. It's a transformation. You know what I mean? Which y'all don't know is behind the scenes, the playlist that we did for Intergalactic. Obviously, the episode was called, Mercury Retrograde playlist, but God named the playlist behind the scenes. It was called Transformation. You know what I'm saying? So, because that's what this is. This is a big time for transformation. We just can't fight against it. You know what I'm saying? So we got a question. All right. What are some things you practice to strengthen your self-discipline? I noticed fasting helped me a lot recently. I think there's a lot of things, honestly, to practice your self-discipline. So I'm gonna take it back, like when I was in the church, right? So they would like say fast, right? Everybody fasts, food, or don't eat this or don't eat that. But maybe like me right now, I'm not struggling with eating snacks. So if I was in the church right now and they said y'all don't eat no sugar, no sweets, it's like that fast don't apply to me. So I look at fasting as finding things that you feel like that maybe you are giving too much energy to, things that you feel like are crutches, things that you're codependent on, and taking a step back from those things. So fasting from, because that is self-discipline. You know what I'm saying? So being able to, if you used to be on your phone 10 hours a day, being able to step back and go do 5 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? And in between, how do you do that? You stay busy. You actually occupy your time. A lot of times we do things that are not necessarily good for us, or our crutches and handicaps and filling voids because we're bored. You know what I'm saying? We're not focused on our purpose. So whatever your passion is, family, do it over and over. I don't give a damn if you're writing a poem, 3 poems a day, and people like, what's the point of them poems? That's nothing. You won't never got to put them out. The point is that you are actually teaching yourself how to disconnect from a reality that you were codepending on, and actually creating a new reality that is actually stimulating your mind, stimulating your chakra, stimulating different parts of you, and healing yourself, creating a release. And that's my answer to that question.
I would like to add on, Twisted. I would say mental accountability, right? Because we tend to make decisions, and the main reason why is because we go against that first thought in our mind. Like, we may do something, and then in the back of our head, oh, I shouldn't have did this, and ignore it. You dig what I'm saying? Or already did it, instead of taking accountability for it. Or before that situation occurs, you're aware of it before it happens, but you stick with it. So I'll definitely being more accountable and being aware of the actions that you're taking, and not just doing things because you're just being. You do everything with intentions. Have intentions when doing everything, and that's how you can really begin to build your self-discipline. But amongst other things, just on the energetic aspect, you tap into the solar plexus chakra. So you tap into our sun, you tap into the color yellow. These things are different tools outside of you. You need more balanced and discipline, having more willpower to exercise discipline. You dig what I'm saying? So these are also tools outside of yourself that you can look at as blueprints, not crutches, but blueprints to see how the energy works, how the energy of discipline works. You dig what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's the answer as well.
I say, let's keep these questions coming, family. You know what I'm saying? And also, you want to tap in on the live. You want to ask some questions. You know what I'm saying, on the live direct to get direct answers for our shadow work. You can email us. Also, if you want to rapid fire us, so say you got a good 2 or 3 questions that you want to ask us, we'll put, obviously, turn on, light the candles and do what it do, So, like I said, this is an interactive episode, family. We're a tribe, so we I think sometimes we get caught up in the disconnect of the screen and the phone and all that, and it's like we can still kick it and vibe and do things and be there for each other as if we're sitting in the same space. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep on tapping in with y'all a little bit. And so if you don't have questions, then you're gonna have to have answers. This is pod class, not podcast. You dig? So let's start off with this question. When is the last time you cried?
Ooh.
And I'm asking you that first, Kyle. Yeah. But obviously tribe, y'all tap in.
Matter of fact, was it? Hold on, I'm trying to think. Yesterday, I ain't gonna I'm saying, might shed a little bit of drippage, you know what I'm saying? Had a little, but yeah, definitely yesterday, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody said
I was realizing
too.
that.
Wow.
yeah, it was definitely a release. I was realizing that why that I to express my fully let loose. You get what I'm saying? Because I may experience stages to where I might black out because I know how powerful our chaos energy could be, or how powerful any low vibrational energy can be coming from a neuromelanated being. You dig what I'm saying? So sometimes within me that genuinely like scares me because I genuinely don't know what I'm capable of not doing somebody else, but doing to myself, because I find states where I lash out, I might punch a wall. And when I was younger, there was times where I did that and almost broke my hand. So it's like, do I keep self-sabotaging and hurt myself to heal, or do I find another outlet and just not say anything? You dig what I'm saying? So coming to that realization, it allowed me to realize that there was a fear within me actually being open enough to express my energy. You know what I'm saying?
I say, wow. That's deep, bro, because I was the same way, you know what I'm saying? Even as a grown man, you know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I'm still getting my wrist right from doing certain things, maybe, I think like 4 years ago or something, and really going ham and understanding that every part of a wall you can't punch through. You know what I'm saying? It punched back, you know what I'm saying?
I know.
You feel me? So that's deep, and actually crying do help with that. Whenever I was able to channel my anger into those tears, you know what I'm saying, to be vulnerable, because the only reason why anger rises is because you're scared. See, it's only love or fear. So we choose fear, and then we get scared of being vulnerable. We fear being vulnerable. But when we love ourselves, we're able to cry. The feeling of love is what helps you. It's like when you ain't seen mama in a long time and you hug her. Sometimes you just might cry. Just might, you know what I mean? It might just, you might just release. So
exactly.
Yeah, that's powerful. Somebody said no cap back in January. So I'm gonna speak for me first, real quick. 2 days ago, resonance and release. I say yes. It's honestly 3 days ago. Yes, this energy. See, y'all taking advantage. This is what I'm talking about. We taking advantage. We alchemizing, and we understanding what this energy is. You know what I'm saying? Like next month at this time, we about to be up. about to be so lit energetically. So for me, the last time that I cried, because I've been trying to think, because it was 2 times, but I'm trying to think when's the last time. I think it was not the day of our podcast, Friday, the day of Intergalactic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like an episode just said 2 days ago, you know. And honestly, remember when you asked me earlier how you vibrating, and I was like in balance, you know, and that's because that's where I'm getting myself back into that and back in balance. You know what I'm saying? Like I almost feel like, bro, like I've been dizzy, my head's been kind of hurting, been kind of like, I don't know how, I feel like I haven't been here. So when I just been going back to rest and going back to rest, because it's like the type of upgrades that we getting right now, family, some of us, we may feel our body may be feeling some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And so them tears help us to release that energy. My avatar been releasing for me lately. All right, so let's keep it going. I saw somebody had a question. We got 2 questions. All right. So, how do I become more aware of my intuition and recognize when I'm fighting it? How do I become more aware of my intuition and recognize when I'm fighting it? See, because family, me and you, we've been talking for a minute. So tell me this: if you want to come on and talk about it, come on and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like this would be an amazing conversation. But until you make that decision, contact godenergy@gmail.com. I'm going to ask you a question. My question is whenever you're around certain people or you're on your way to certain places and you get this feeling that you shouldn't go, or you get this feeling of whatever, it's like a warning, like you feel like yourself is trying to tell you something. Do you listen to it or do you fight against it? Because that is your intuition. That is your discernment. And so I feel like sometimes we make things complicated. Let's bring it to the surface and ground it. Our actions determine if we're aligned with certain aspects of ourselves. So, so I would say, yeah, answer that question, family.
That's self-awareness.
Facts.
Self-awareness. Like that's how you begin to decipher that. You know what I'm saying? It's by paying attention to your actions.
I see. That's what we talk about, awareness constantly. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we got another question. Are there specific fruits, herbs, and greens that can boost one's energy and connectivity during this time? You want me to tap in? I mean, I could, you know what I'm saying? What you do? I'm just trying, because I know your stuff kind of lagging, so I'm going to give you some time. Say something.
Go ahead if you want to. I can't. Don't matter.
I mean, we can tap in. Let's get it. So, I mean, for me, so you said specific fruits, herbs, and greens. So with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let Kai, because I'm very much so plant-based. I eat fruits all the time, but I'm gonna let Kai tap in on the fruits aspect though of it. I eat fruits in the sense of for health and just that aspect, and even chakras in certain aspects, but I'm not really too big on the spiritual aspect of eating fruits, and that, that's Kai's world. But with the herbs, I will tell you, herbs that I always tap in on that I love that actually help you to connect, Damiana, number 1, blue lotus, mugwort, wild dagga, things like that, those type of herbs, because those type of herbs, they give you almost like, how you connect, how psychedelic make you feel, but it's obviously like you're more tapped in. They give you that same type of energy, but without the taking the trip aspect, like the whole, you know what I'm saying, psychedelic, the aspect of it. It's like you're very, so even for the people that's trying to tap into the intuition, smoke your little Damiana, you know what I'm saying, and Blue Lotus, just those two together, you know what I'm saying, and go do your meditation. You know, go walk in nature. You know, now don't get me wrong, I definitely combine mine with flower. Some would call marijuana, ganja. You feel me? So and mix together and create a comedic split. You know what I'm saying? That's coined over here, comedic split. That's what we smoking. You know what I'm saying? So connect. And when you do that, like I said, it makes it easier to channel and everything. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get it, G.
All right, and so as far as the fruits, I definitely want to just give gratitude to the guy Yaki Awaken. I've been studying what he's been teaching about fruits and things like that for like the past 2 years, and actually been practicing it and seeing if it. You dig what I'm saying? So I can attest to a certain way to eat fruits to actually get maximum output, right? So the first is eating that astringe the body. So fruits that astringe the body will be fruits like your apples or your pears or your pineapples, your mangoes, your grapefruits, that, you know what I'm saying, fruits that astringe, fruits that will pull toxins and begin to detoxify the body. And then once you do that, you can begin to eat anything from the berry kingdom. The berry kingdom will bring more oxygen to the brain, and just boost your oxygen level overall within the body. So you can just eat any type of berry. So blueberries, blackberries, mulberries, roasted berries, persimmons, bearberries, goji berries. You know what I'm saying? There's just all berries that you can definitely tap into to really just boost the fluidity by process of oxygen. And then you can definitely tap in on the melon kingdom. The melon kingdom, I like to look at the melon kingdom as like batteries, like they just like big car batteries. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, to each his own, because they're high in water content. So your melons are water content, meaning that they have the most H3O2. So this water holds the most electrical conductivity within it and its structure. You dig what I'm saying? So this water will literally boost your energy level. So eating them in that way, so you can apples and things like that. Then wait an hour or two, eat some berries, and then wait another hour or two and eat some melons. You dig what I'm saying? And you'll literally begin to feel like your body is like start turning on. You know what I'm saying? Definitely what I would add on to as far as the.
And I would say zucchini too, because zucchini is just like a watermelon. It's pure water. Cucumbers, pure water.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? I eat a lot of zucchini, a lot of cucumbers. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So
98.8%.
Sure. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, so let's move on. Got another question. Appreciate y'all first and foremost. Much gratitude to the tribe for dropping the questions. You know what I'm saying? For being interactive and, you know, also vulnerable, you know, enough to even consider and aware enough to even consider writing the question. So how can you protect yourself from channeling other people's energy? I tend to channel a lot of unintentional and a lot unintentionally, and it can come through I'm out in my dreams. So honestly, family, it's a gift. So like all gifts, we have to figure out how our gifts work, and how to, as what somebody was talking about earlier, how to have the self-discipline and understand how to find balance in our gifts. So as empaths, right? Me being a very powerful empath, I can feel people. They don't got to be in the same. We can be on the phone, we can be on the line. I'm feeling people's energy. I had to learn how to know if it's my energy or somebody else. Because at one point I was projecting and I was angry, and it really wasn't me. It was the people I was just around. So this is I would say accept the process, and in this process, what you do is you go to your heart space. If your heart space is open, if it's not open, you know, then obviously that's what you need to work on opening your heart space. So when you go in your heart space, you're gonna say, well, dang, how do I feel? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm putting it like this. Sometimes that message may be something that you need to know. You need to come back and tell that person. You need to, or it may be a warning. But if we get so caught up on, dang, it's always happening and it's an overload, and we don't know between when it's divine and when it's us creating something ourselves. You get what I'm saying? Like our subconscious create thoughts, create our dreams, create all type of things, create emotions. So if we're living in giving power to a certain reality, then we'll project and we'll create that. So I would say align with the aspect of yourself that is aligned with your heart space, that is intuitive, that can feel, and that trust yourself. So you understand, because right now it could just be an overload of downloads. You see what I'm saying? And another thing I would say is write them down. Write everything down. Every dream that you have, write it down and try to find the connection and see, you know, how you resonate with these dreams. Write every detail down and maybe go 3 months straight just writing them down. Don't even read them, and then come back and read it all and put it together like a puzzle piece and see what the message is. You know what I'm saying? That's my answer in that.
We say bring your attention to your electromagnetic. I like to call it like an energy stream that permeates outside of the body, but I also like to look at it as a whole separate entity, a part of myself, because it's a part of my energetic body. So being as though I can look at it that way, I can pay to what that I'm intaking, and I can pay attention to my aura is and how small my aura is. The more that you expand your aura, the more things that can be put into it and can potentially alter the way you think. You dig what I'm saying? Just being around certain energy. So I would definitely pay attention to that, how big your aura is, and just begin to practice contracting your aura so you're not as close in receptivity to match other people and you. You dig what I'm saying? Polarity a little bit, because you have and contracting your aura. Like when I go into Walmart, because I know my aura is big and I can walk past somebody and feel something in their body, I intentionally make sure that I close my aura like this close to my skin, so I'm not even if I potentially brush up against somebody, it may not be as detrimental because they not fully in my aura, like sticking there. You dig what I'm saying? And then as far as it coming out, you just need to be mindful of what you're thinking about this actually. And there's a state between wakefulness and sleep called the hypnagogic state. And in this hypnagogic state is literally when your mind is the most receptive to the last thing that you was just thinking about. And based on the last thing that you was just thinking about, fluctuating through your mind, this is what you begin to experience. You know how people they may fall asleep watching horror movies and then go to sleep and have a nightmare. But this is because their mind was equipped to program second span, and it's been integrated, and now their subconscious mind is pulling scenarios. It's not that your subconscious mind is being infected by what you're seeing. It's that your subconscious mind is actually trying to help you. It's pulling scenarios from that situation and the dream it you and your shadow work. So it's going to formulate something around people that you're channeling or in their energy to help you realize certain things about yourself. It may be triggers, it may be shadow work, it may be trauma, whatever the case may be. But like I said, I would just be mindful of that and understand what you are seeing is actually a reflection of what's happening in you through someone else's energy, because that energetic signature that they're embodying aligns with the state of trauma that may have not experienced.
You kind of glitched.
I did.
Yeah, you still kind of.
You know what?
Yeah. I mean, I heard the last thing. You know what I'm saying, but I ain't.
I'm
gonna
switch.
Okay.
I'm gonna switch, and I ain't trying to even do that.
All right, so while we do this, I'm gonna tap in, play another video to kind of get back. You know what I'm saying? So hit y'all with the shadow work word of the day. So let's get it. Peace, family. So the shadow work word of the day is perseverance, which means being persistent in doing something despite the difficulty or the delay of achieving success. So we have to stay focused, stay persistent, and not focus on instant gratification. Understand this is a process, family. Be patient with yourself, but also be persistent, be consistent, and don't stop. You know what I'm saying? So persistent, you know what I'm saying? Perseverance. So as y'all can tell, this is the Mercury retrograde perseverance guide. So this is about, you know what I'm saying, pushing through, you know what I mean, not quit, not giving up, you know what I mean? It's gonna get challenging at this time. Not from the aspect of unbearable, but like we talked about a while ago, from an aspect of lessons and elevation. So we got another question. All right, so let's see. So what are some signs that we are breaking generational curses? This incarceration, life, how can we notice when we are trying to come back? It's an incarnation. So what are some signs that we are breaking generational curses, this incarnation, back into this life? How do we notice when we are trying to come back? So the how do we notice when we are trying to come back part? I really don't really understand that, because the whole point of this is understanding that we have been here, you know, many times, and we have lived different lives and connected and created different karmic cycles and all that. But this time we are a different level of aware. It's either one or two things. Either we already did this before and we came here to enlighten souls on a mission, or we're still here breaking and working through a karmic cycle. So and with that being said, the goal is not to come back here in that way. The goal is for pure ascension and elevation, on the highest level. So yeah, I don't get the coming back part, but when it comes to signs that you're breaking generational curses, that comes in many forms, family. First and foremost, like we talked about earlier, you are a living reflection of everything that's happening in your life. So, you know, with my family deal with alcohol. I got a lot of alcoholics, a lot of drug addicts in my family. I've dealt with. I was a drug addict, did cocaine, X, you know, anything you could think of. I was, you know, out here doing it. And today I don't do none of that. You see what I'm saying? I don't drink alcohol. I don't want to drink no liquor at all. I don't rock with none of it. You know, like my family alcoholic. So to me, that is a clear reflection of me breaking generational curses. You know what I'm saying? I'm married. I don't know anybody in my family that has a successful marriage where they're actually really happy, and consistently. So when I have my child, I expect to bring my child and raise my child in a certain way of awareness, of love, of wholeness, of being able to express their feelings, their emotions. So I would say our life and the things around us, they actually show us that we're breaking generational curses. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna speak from a positive aspect, because from a negative aspect, your family hitting you up and getting frustrated with you for nothing and calling out of nowhere, they can feel when we're unplugging and when we're disconnecting and when we're changing, because these generational curses are affecting them as well. So, you know, when our family's projecting on us, it's sometimes because the work that we're putting in, and they can feel it. They can feel, you know what I'm saying, that this bloodline, there's a shift happening cosmically, you know, that they can't fight. You know, so yeah, I would just say look around, family. You know, and also it's a tangible inspiration, because say you see your family and you say, I don't like they do that. You know, I would say, I never do that. I never be like my father. I never be like my mom. We say that. Use it as your inspiration to break them generational curses.
Of course, that's pretty much answered. You dig what I'm saying on my part?
I say. So let me go to another one. They got the questions popping now.
Say less.
So,
So,
um,
needed the juices flowing. That's
yep.
all.
So And I think there's a question. I didn't even read it. I just thought, why? Why do I downplay myself due to knowing how big my energy is? I'm tired of making people feel uncomfortable by doing nothing. How do I control my energy? Oh no, family. Oh no, this is amazing. But no, you have the wrong perspective, family. You are powerful. I walk in rooms quiet all the time, and people, my wife be looking at it, be just she see people react to me. I'm like, bro, I'm literally like the person that will save everybody in her if a crazy shooter or something came in here. Like, but people will feel my energy and they'll be, it's called intimidation, family. You know, your energy is intimidating. You said you don't say a word without you saying anything. That is pure intimidation, and that is the power of your energy. So what I would do, I would use it to your advantage. Start to become more aware of why. See, I had to figure out because I used to get mad at it. Now I had to figure out why people look at me like that. You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife walking down the street, people looking at us. I'm like, we gotta be glowing. They gotta be. Me and Julio be on the phone talking like, bro, these people looking at us like we are like, they see something, family. Let them see it. Be you. Don't because the only reason why I'm coming from this perspective, because you spoke from a place of discouragement, like you're doing something wrong. No, family, big energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, accept that, embody that, and see why you have this energy. What is your purpose? Your purpose ain't when you walk in the rooms, you shake rooms up for a reason. You got to figure out why. Why do I shake these rooms up? What's the intention of this? What is the, you know what I'm saying?
Um, I would just like to add on the download, like, that I was realizing the other day.
Taking during this time. Facts always.
Those who know, if you know, you know. I gotta. Hey, chill out, man. Little trooper right here, man. He be watching the live streams with me, but
You
again,
did.
like I said, I would just like to add on a download that I got because I said I tend to be afraid of how much I may express my energy and then I don't want to express it. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I was trying to realize, like, how can I control my energy through that process? And then, like, my mind always goes back to superheroes. Like I'm sure y'all can pay attention to an instance in a superhero movie where there's the good guy and the villain, and they fighting, and they giving their all, and it seemed like the villain is about to win, but the camera panned over to the superhero, and and then in their face it just looked like they're giving up. They just gave up, and then the screen go white, and then
Mm.
they magically win. In
Mm.
that moment, that superhero didn't give up, but it fully submitted into how much of its own energy it can express in that moment. You dig what I'm
Mm.
saying? So when something is pushing back at you, when you're experiencing this pressure, you're supposed to push back at it until the point that you realize that there's supposed to be resonance, that the energy then flows through each other and then cleanse it in the process, and then keeps going to the next person, whoever may need to hit. You dig what I'm saying? So it's not about controlling your energy. Sometimes it's about submitting to the control. You dig what I'm saying? And
Mm.
just letting the energy do what it needs to do so you can realize what you need to realize about it.
And family, we are changing. I'm like, for real, let that resonate.
Fact.
We are changing. You might just wake up and be like, I don't even like that no more. I don't even do that no more. I mean, it could be something that you love. You've been doing your whole life. We are changing. Like, it's accept the change, family. Do not fight against it. You know what I'm saying? Like, accept this is the evolution of God. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. If we how can we say we gods and say that we are one with nature and not respect the process? If you look at it, man, things have changed, haven't they? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the evolution.
Yeah, that's why I said on that one song, I said, teary eyed up on this track because I really feel it. I mean, how you gonna be God, but you don't get the feeling? You
Come
dig
on
what I'm
now.
saying? You gotta fall in love with the experience.
I say, I'm really enjoying this, man. Oh yeah, don't sleep, family. Bow right back on the screen. If you want to tap in on the live, y'all hit us up. Contact guyenergy@gmail.com. It will be very holistic, you know, heart space and you know a tribe and a family environment. But come tap in with us so that we can even talk even more directly about certain things, you know, and understand that your story can help someone else, your question can help someone else, you know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
yeah, we are everybody can get it when it comes to shadow work. You feel me? So let's see. No, it was another question. If you follow the process into the actions, the process. That's an answer. All right. So, how can you overcome your past trauma when you're not able to confront the ones who caused the traumatic experience?
Let me tap in on that because that's something I literally just did yesterday.
Mm,
The perspective that was brought to me was that I don't need to. You dig what I'm saying? What I needed to do was utilize the ones from my experience within my own self to build, to express how I felt about it. You dig what I'm saying? Sometimes what if that person is stuck in their ways? You dig what I'm saying? And you can't really express or vocalize that trauma to them in a way that they'll receive it. So at that point, you really have to find a way to actually express what you need to say to them without actually having to say it to them, even though you're still saying it to them. So find a picture of them and just say, Mom, Dad, whatever the case may be, you did this to me, it made me feel this way, such and such, so on and so forth. And you'll actually feel released for that because it's allowing that channel to be open for you to actually express yourself. It don't actually have to be there. You dig what I'm saying? It's like a placebo effect. You dig? Like when I did that the other day, it was really like, wow, I really
mm,
feel like more alleviated towards specific people in my life now because I now open up that channel to release and let go. Like I felt like the reason I didn't do it was because I felt like I had to say it to these people. You dig what I'm saying? But once I detached from that and realized like, no, I don't actually have to. You did. What if they wasn't here? What if there was a lost loved one? You get what I'm saying? So you have to create these different portals and openings for you to express the way you feel without actually feel like you have to say it to that person. The person that you really need to say it to is you, which is why you feel like you can't say it. You dig what I'm saying? You feel like it's your throat close up when you get try to speak about these traumatic
mm,
experiences. And it's I feel like it may be easier because you get somebody to bounce your energy off of when you're talking to them, and it's like da 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 da. But it's actually more beneficial when you do it by yourself. You dig what I'm saying? Because you're pushing you to be courageous and actually vocalize how you feel without no external environment, nobody
mhm.
pressuring you. It's just you versus you at that point.
You know, to add on, you know, I'll say, you know what I'm saying, much gratitude to everything that you said. Your connection is on point, my brother. You know what I'm
I
saying?
say,
Um, so first, these are two things that I speak on often. First, disconnect from the obligation. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel like I gotta make them feel like this. I gotta make them, because when we feel like we gotta make them feel like, then you gotta talk to them face to face because you technically want them to hurt. You know what I'm saying? So technically you're not gonna be satisfied so I can make them feel some type of pain. So we gotta disconnect from that mindset completely. And then secondly, it's the memories of the heart space all over again, family. Once again, that's what that was created for me, you know, as well, was dealing with my parents and dealing with certain things and certain traumas and certain people that I like he said I can't talk to. I probably never see again in my life. You know, that wasn't my family, but was close enough to do something traumatic to me, but wasn't my family. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, and I had to go to the memories of the heart space, and I had to go and relive those memories. And as I relived those memories, I felt, I analyzed, I saw, I accepted, and I released. You know, and so understand that it's not like an on and off switch. You can't just do it. It's not something that's just going to be like a one time thing. it takes time, family. And I think sometimes we 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 live in this instant gratification world.
Yeah.
And so and then even when it comes to information, you can go online right now and find out every damn thing you want about Anunnaki, the stars, the
That
galaxies, the
that'd be my thing. Like what? Like where's the disconnect? Because when we find a new download, we don't like. For example, you may read the Bible. We read the Bible face value, bam, and we take it for what it is. But then you have those who actually question it. When you question it, you're able to go further. So where's the disconnect within why you don't question your shadow work? You can question these downloads that you get, but why don't you question the shadow work? You dig what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure. So that answer was like totally, that was sheesh. You know what I'm saying? Much gratitude for the question, family.
I say.
Um, yeah, definitely much gratitude for the question. So y'all keep the questions coming, you know what I'm saying? But until y'all ask y'all next question, I'm gonna ask y'all another question. Um, when is the last time you broke your heart?
That's a strong word. I wouldn't say broke, but like, I might have took one to the chest, you know what I'm saying? Probably like almost probably I say like probably like almost 2.5 weeks ago. And it's because I had to detach from the mindset that I don't like hurting people, so I don't want to get hurt. You dig what I'm saying? And in life, that's just not logical. Like you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna hurt people. You dig what I'm saying? So you also even have to be grounded and fall in love with that process because through the hurt is where the lessons come. You dig what I'm saying? Or through the realizations come and things like that. So it's not always gonna come through downloads and aha moments. It's gonna come through destruction and chaos as well. So you also have to, like me, I have to personally begin to make that connection and being okay with that's the way that chaos energy operates. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah.
And to reword it instead of broke your heart, when's the last time you disappointed yourself? Just to reword it. And honestly, for me, this might sound weird, you know what I'm saying? But I have been making myself proud, or I have been, proud of my growth and like I said, joyful of myself, for a while now. But I also feel like I've been disappointed at myself for years. Um, and I think it's because I felt like due to the shadow work that I've actually did now and the levels that I've grown now, um, I'm able to reflect and see the places that I could have been or the things that I could have done if I was actually like aware. And so, the sometimes the disappointment comes not from like regret, but from a place of understanding like how much I got to go now to get to where I desire to be. And understand like if I was thinking like this, years back, like, what I'm saying? So from that perspective, you know what I'm saying? And I'm actually working through that shadow work at this time on the highest level, through consistency, through saying persistence, through staying dedicated to the things that I say I'm going to do, through not compromising, through having those hard conversations with people that that may feel like I'm being an asshole, or I'm taking things too serious, and I'm being too but sticking to my gut and really just what I'm saying. But yeah, so yeah, I didn't even know I was going to say that.
No, like I can definitely resonate with that. You dig what I'm saying? Like what grounds me is like really just understanding that we can only deal or play the cards that we was dealt. You know what I'm saying? So we can only do what we could have done with the level of consciousness and energy that we had. So even if I went through something back then and I'm analyzing, you dig what I'm saying? Because I overthink a lot, and I'm like, damn, I could have hit this situation like this, boom, didn't even have to deal with that. But I detach from that because, like, even through not making that decision in that whatever situation, it allows me to really understand why I went through that. I'm always gaining enlightenment on that same situation, so I can always go back to that moment for a teaching reference. You dig what I'm saying? So the same way you can read a book and then read it 2 weeks later and get a whole different understanding from it, it's the same thing you can do with like certain situations that you experience. It's like that's what enlightenment is.
Like when you say like the things like you got your card shoe was dealt, I be like, I don't know, this is how my life be like, you know. So I was one of the people like I'm watching concerts and stuff growing up, like studying the game, hip hop, singing. I don't care if it's from Whitney Houston, you know, to Jay-Z, it didn't matter. I'm studying and a little way I'm watching the performances, the everything. I'm seeing myself in this light. I was growing up. And today I was watching the Tupac. I got Tupac documentary they working on Hulu, and I'm watching it. And you know, obviously, I Tupac my number one inspiration for music. Like I don't know if you can tell them. I would say not inspiration, but influence. Like far as like from a hip hop aspect. So I'm like, man, I'm watching this, bro, and I know so much about him already, obviously, but I'm just watching it like, wow, just his mother, the people he was around, and his mother being a Black Panther and being an activist, and she basically created the Bill of Rights. She was the person that literally created that to where people can go to the hospital without having insurance. Like she fought for that, So knowing and many other people he was around, but the way his life was and how he was in performance arts and his life, he did so much at 25. And you thinking about like, I'm thinking about greatness. And what I look at is greatness. And I'm looking at this as greatness. But it's like, bro, like I wasn't dealt with that type of life. You know what I'm saying? Like my family didn't. So I was setting my stuff like to a certain standard per se off a certain time frame of doing something when it's like you said, that's not the cards that my life gave me. You know what I'm saying? And so we have to understand that like, say all of us right now that's on the live, we all trying to get to the same finish line, right? Based off of how our life started, who our parents was, how we were financially, mentally, all those type of things that determine how far away we are from that line. So it's technically not a fair race. So if we're looking at it and we're watching everybody else, we're gonna lose the whole idea of what this is for. We gotta, social media is tricking us. That's why I brought up social media earlier with fasting. We all should fast this week. Get off social media. Take 3 days, 4 days, take 5 days, whatever. Well, you don't get on there because that's a comparing contest. Subconsciously, even if you ain't thinking about it, all of us, we comparing our lives.
That's the problem. Like on this journey, you see the end results first. You see the and things like that. You dig what I'm saying? So you never pay attention to what's happening right in front of you. So like I like to look at it as pool. You dig what I'm saying? Like you're playing pool. Like, well, the first time I was taught how to play pool, I was taught by my cousin. He was like, you need to pay attention to your next shot. Don't pay attention to the shot that you won. You'll make that shot. Pay attention to the next shot. You dig what I'm saying? And by gauging the game that way, that imprinted something within my mind to gauge my reality that way. Don't focus, like, bitch, stay aware of the end goal. That's where you're going. That's a reference point. But you always need to focus on what's happening in front of you. You dig what I'm saying? And then by detaching and not being able to look at these people who may be ahead of you and things like that, you'll be able to really pay attention to the cards that you was dealt in your journey and how your process and the way that you rise to, you know what I'm saying, stardom and things like that is just as unique as theirs. You dig what I'm saying? It's just as unique as theirs. So, and definitely. Dang, it's not letting me put up the comments.
I'm back, G.
For sure.
So let's see. I don't think we got no more questions though. Um, so yeah, y'all tap in with the questions, family. And like I said, if you want to join the live, email contact guy energy at gmail.com. We can tap in real time. If y'all want to hit us with rapid fire, you know what I'm saying? So, it could be three of y'all come on, you know what I'm saying? And you got one question apiece and y'all hit us with rapid fire, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, let's get it. So, um, I'm gonna hit y'all with another question. Um, let's see which one. All right. So being that we talked about this solar eclipse, we talked about this change, this energy, this transformation. Are you and I've kind of talked about this already, but ask yourself this: are you running from change? Are you too comfortable? That's another way to reword that question. Are you comfortable with being uncomfortable? It's a lot of questions, but it's the same question.
No, for surely. I would like to put it in an analogy of, for me, it's like getting in the pool. You dig what I'm saying? So I ain't running from change. I'm gonna get on you. I'm gonna get on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get on your ass, but I just need to dip my feet in a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And let the emotion because the thing is, like, I may get too overwhelmed, being as though I'm activating more, and I really wasn't aware of my emotional intelligence, but I feel when I muster up and begin to bring things to the forefront, it's a lot of energy. You dig what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, I would definitely say it's like getting in the pool. You dig what I'm saying? Like, but once you in, you in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, for
Like,
sure.
you swimming.
Your whole body temperature just like
Facts. You find your
adapt
pace.
to. Yeah, 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 for sure. um I would say, like Seven said, I'm embracing change, you know what I'm saying? At this point, I'm actually creating change, you know what I'm saying? Looking forward, you know what I'm saying, inspired by it. Because I'm in a place where I'm tired of the same old thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm I'm tired of, like, I understand that these results are supposed to be different. So sometimes we get so comfortable in our systems and in our formulas, we think our formulas is the coldest. I created it. Nigga, I know I'm making moves. But it could be one or two things that we're doing incorrectly that we need to shift, we need to change around. But due to ego and being so prideful, we end up sticking to the same plan over and over and over. And it's like, bro, you're getting the same results. You know what I'm saying? You may be getting a little bit better, maybe, but you know what I'm saying? If you make a few little tune-ups, it's kind of like a car, right? Let's use gas as an example. If you're driving the car can be good, the engine, everything can be good on the car. But since you need a tune up, you taking the whole, you paying a whole bunch of money in gas. As soon as you get that tune up, you riding smoother, your ride smooth, your acceleration is better, everything is better, and you saving, you preserving. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the opposite. When we don't get our tune up, we giving a whole bunch of energy, giving more than we should be. And when we accelerate, like Kai was saying, we gotta dip in that water first. We gotta warm the car up outside for 20 minutes before we can, you know what I'm saying? So
I see.
adjusting to the shift of the energy. All right, somebody said they won't come on. Let me see. I thought I saw a comment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. Jumping. All right, yeah, family. So tap in, contact guy energy at gmail.com. Let me put the email back on the screen. And I actually wasn't gonna do this, but I'm about to. I gotta upload it real quick. And I've been thinking about it, but I'm about to play this other song. Um, So yeah, y'all keep the questions coming, you know what I'm saying? And also, you know what I'm saying, how y'all vibrating, how y'all doing tonight, you know what I'm saying? How is the family? How is, just from a everyday aspect, like,
How's the retrograde been?
yeah, You know, are you okay? You know what I'm saying? Like that's real talk.
Definitely tap in with the color mood too. What color would y'all say y'all vibrating at? You know what I'm
Let's
saying?
get it. I like that. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to God and Inspirations, man.
Yes, I say.
I say. All right, so I'm about to hit y'all with another shadow work. You know what I'm saying? A little lit shadow work, a little freestyle. It ain't like the normal. We can go into some deep shadow, but it's kind of like it's lit. You know what I'm saying? I had did a shadow work freestyle to the Tomorrow, the Glorilla. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So we just gonna have a little fun real quick on the shadow work. You know what I'm saying? Aspect. Let's get it.
I do shadow work every day to get through tomorrow. Do anybody listen when a man cry? I smile every day cause I can now. Thank God. Now I ain't looking for no handouts. And please do not hate me cause I stand out. I got a few I trust, it's not an ant pal. Talk about it. Don't know that I love you, I say it now. I love you. Tell me who there when it all count. For real. Life was up and down like a ball bounce. Jumping dimensions, watch me escape. I just turned a bad day into a good day. Big energy. Facing my shadow, I am not afraid. A microphone appear every time I feel pain. My life. Sorry, not sorry, like Kevin Gates. Came from the bottom, watch me levitate. I do shadow work every day to make it through tomorrow. Stargazing on serious, that's what you call a superstar. Watch me manifest, I know I'm blessed today and tomorrow. Focused on the present, I ain't stressing what to do tomorrow. I do shadow work every day to make it through tomorrow. Stargazing on serious, that's what you call a superstar. Watch me manifest, I know I'm blessed today and tomorrow. Focused on the present, I ain't stressing what to do tomorrow.
I do shadow work every day to make it through tomorrow.
No,
Stargazing
for
on
sure.
serious. That's what you call a superstar. Come on, stop playing.
No, for sure. No, facts. Cause like think about that. Just the rules flip. Like they stargaze, we stargaze at them. They stargaze at us. Like
Yeah,
this deep.
yeah. Reflection.
No, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
But no,
All right,
someone
so,
said that there was a question.
oh yeah, I got it right here. So we good. I was waiting on bro to trying to see if bro was gonna join the live, but let's get it.
No, facts.
So, what do you recommend for me? What do you recommend for me who is looking to end a relationship that I already detached from? I know it's not for me, but I guess I'm afraid to be the one to do it. So, family, that is self-sabotage. You are sabotaging yourself. You are sabotaging your growth. You're sabotaging your change. You are sabotaging your healing. You're actually sabotaging your self-love. And when you're going through a breakup or a release of an attachment, something that big, self-love is very important and very valuable. So,
are you codependent as well? You dig what I'm saying? Because
yeah, clearly,
like you are like, do you feel like you don't want to be the one to end it because you're afraid to hurt? You know what I'm saying? Like, and even that's just screams codependency to me. You dig what I'm saying?
And it could be heart space, too, because I know a few people that have been in relationships and maybe still are in relationships that they're still with that person because they think that person can't. The mental space of that person without them, they love them that much that they care so much for, like, it's not that they're codependent, it's that they understand that person is codependent on them.
Right.
And that's still self-sabotage. It's tricky because, but at the same time, family, you gotta look at it like this. You're being used. And when you're being used in a certain way, that's abuse.
Yeah, like I definitely want to say too, this is why we're on Shadow Work Sundays, where self-love is there. You dig what I'm saying? Like, if you really care about self, and if you have some type of value towards that person, you would isolate the problem, isolate the situation, instead of allowing it to prolong. You dig what I'm saying? So isolating yourself from the situation is an expression of self-love, because now you're taking the initiative to actually focus on your own energy in its entirety and what's actually making these same situations come about. You dig what I'm saying? So I would definitely say exercise self-love. You dig what I'm saying?
And teach them self-love. Teach that person. This is personal for me and my wife. When me and my wife was going through it, we had our time, and it was, and we didn't know what was what. I discovered self-love on my path. Didn't really know what it was. Neither one of us really did it from the true aspect of course where we come from. We wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, she knew more than me in certain aspects, truthfully, because of she, how much love and the way that her family loved her, but we still we didn't know. So I started to show self-love to her through my actions. She got to see how I loved me. And what was deep is that at first, the way that I loved me, it hurt her. She didn't understand it. She was like, yo, like, so you don't, and so I had to show her, like, I love you. We have to have conversations and say, I love you, but I have to do this for me, and I have to break down, like, I don't know what's happening with me, but I know that I can't be that person. And you saw me, and most of the people in the relationship, they see us when we're down. They see us when we're frustrated, angry, lashing out, and they see us when we're frustrated, when we're broken. So we have to remind them of that person, like, and let them know that I won't be that person, not even for you. I won't allow myself to be out of control, not even for you. I love me so, and imagine how much I love you. So we have to be able to have those vulnerable conversations, but I think it's about how we present it. Don't present this type of conversation in an argument. Don't present this type of conversation in a bad day. Read the room. Say, hey, can we talk? Or matter of fact, me and my wife, we used to warn each other. I said, hey, I need to talk to you about something. She know when I said that means it's not like a video, some video game, regular fun stuff. This is something for real. Like, so she knows we got to make space. So when she comes to me, whatever she needs to do, she's like, I'm ready. So set the tone. But I would say, it doesn't have to be drama when we're detaching from and I'm going so in, because as neuromelanated families, it always be drama. Baby daddy, baby mama drama. I don't mess with her because I ain't raising that baby because I don't mess with her no more. That nigga a deadbeat. It don't gotta be the drama. Some things just don't work out. Some things were lessons. Some things were karmic. You see what I'm saying? Some things that come back around like a boomerang. That person might need to go learn some lessons and come back to you. Never know. And that's why we don't need to move in hate.
Shit.
It's scary at first, but the feeling will pass. Just follow your intuition. You will love yourself and others unconditionally. Ashe. Yeah, that was
I'm grateful to see the tribe growing and teaching, man. Like, big energy.
All right, so what are some ways to combat the ego? Don't.
Yeah, I'm about to say, especially at your level, subtle rebel, you should not be looking to throw no hands with the ego. You should be looking to, you know what I'm saying? If you need to tangle, if y'all need to two-step, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to Cupid shuffle, whatever the case may be. Like, understand it. You know what I'm saying? You're in enough awareness to be able to actually not do what we do in the physical reality with situations and combat other people or debate or argue with other people. You're in such a harmonized place within yourself where now you can actually be an adult with the inner child and sit down and communicate with the ego. You dig what I'm saying? So like the guy said, don't combat it. You know what I'm saying? Understand it from this heightened perspective of of this newer form of consciousness that is being integrated into you in this time of this retrograde. You dig what I'm saying? From the solar flare and things like that, like, and the eclipse and all of these different energies. You dig what I'm saying? You're becoming new. You're always integrating.
I say, yeah, I ain't saying nothing else on that. All I can say is don't, and bro handled the rest.
No, for sure.
Okay. I just can say I've tried. It ain't worth it. It's more hell than anything. It's your ego. Man. You understand that your ego, right? So this is some deep stuff. Your ego is connected to your shadow and your higher self. So, but if you look at, but we're gonna look at it from two different from a multidimensional view, basically. So we was watching Trolls earlier, and it was deep to me that the Trolls, you know, they lived in darkness. They came out of darkness, basically. You know what I'm saying? They was in dark places in the mountains and dark, you know, and they were misunderstood. You know, and you could tell they really were like, they was battling between like this anger and like this love. Like, so, you know, but the thing that got me was that light. Light is what actually, too much light. It actually, like, it killed them. And so that is our ego, family. If we try to overly shine, you know, light on our ego, it will blind our ego. Yeah, our ego is a part of our awareness too.
That's what I talked about on my live the other day was keeping the law of the energy field. Your ego is your ego. That's that. Your higher self is your higher self. That's that. You cannot try to make your ego a higher self, even though it has a more omniscient perspective to view things. You dig what I'm saying? Your ego is still going to be your ego, even in its higher self. You know what I'm saying? So understand that it's the same thing I was talking about with submitting to that control. You dig what I'm saying? Because your thoughts are just thoughts. You dig what I'm saying? Your ego could be like, you know what I'm saying, somebody who talks in your family. You know what I'm saying? But it's just up in your head like that. So you have to understand that these are just thoughts to get you to, it's like, imagine having, you know what I'm saying, you in the room, somebody you don't like, and then somebody who's actually trying to help you. And you having your thoughts, they telling you stuff, and then the ego is telling you stuff. That doesn't mean you got to listen to the ego. You know what I'm saying? Even though sometimes the thoughts may be overwhelming, you may begin to start to act from the ego, but that's where you bring yourself back to the awareness and the mantra, the affirmation that my thoughts are just thoughts, and that's that. You dig what I'm saying? So
all right, so is there any specific meditation tool you guys use to rebalance your chakras daily? I'm gonna be honest with you, very plain and simple. There's obviously different meditations and different things, but number one, family, get grounded. I get grounded every day. You know what I'm saying? And when I get grounded, I meditate. So I meditate while I'm getting grounded. And so when you're talking about balance, being grounded is the key. So to ground all our chakras, you know what I'm saying? And I do that when I wake up in the rising, you know what I'm saying? Which is a part of becoming whole as well, bringing yourself. You just came from this, you know, basically, I know me, I damn near astral travel every night, like in different experiences and different things. So when you're doing this, you're bringing yourself back into and accepting the upgrades, accepting the energy, accepting whatever it is that's been going on. Because while you're resting, your chakras are definitely being tuned and upgraded and different things are happening. So I would say just getting grounded. Just like I said, it's not the only thing, but getting grounded and meditating, doing some breath work while you're meditating, you know what I'm saying? And visualizing, I don't know if I'm saying that right, visualizing a rainbow. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, this happens to me naturally. A lot of my meditations, I don't plan them; they just happen. Then I kind of intentionally do them later after that, intentionally over. But what I've noticed when I go meditate or I go out there and get grounded, I'll see a rainbow. You know what I'm saying? And so to me, that rainbow is actually representing the Stargate first and foremost, which is, we are walking Stargate, so unlocking other dimensions and higher realms, but also it is bringing me to a oneness. It's letting me know that I am not alone. I'm a part of a cosmic plan, a cosmic, it's bigger than me. It's like it is a reminder. It's powerful. It's like, the I am, the I say. It's like I feel the I say versus like saying I say, I feel it. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say follow yourself, follow your intuition, but definitely get grounded. That's like number one.
And I would just like to add on, one thing that I have been doing lately is when CC came on, she when she did the color mood and things like that, she would rub the hands and then place the hands over the chakra, breathe and things like that, and then go up, do the same thing, breathe. You dig what I'm saying? So I will practice that, and then do the rainbow in the back of the head. So if you want that actual method, you can go back to that live stream that we did with Guided Inspiration, CC Rice, and you can find that meditation in there. But also I like to implement something that I picked up from this one guy on TikTok. If he's still out there, man, I definitely tap in with him. But his name on there was like Home something. But he created this mantra out of all of the mantras for the chakras. That is one mantra that you can say to align all the chakras. So there's the mantras for each chakra is Lam, Vam, Ram, Yam, Ham, Yam, Om, right? So it would be La, Vara, Ya, Ha, Om, right? So saying each one of those mantras for each chakra without actually stopping allows you to fully align each chakra without, having to focus on one. And then there was something else I was going to say as well, something that I do. Simplistically, right? Simplistically, right? Sing your ABC, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and stop at G, right? Because what's that? The 7 keys or the 7 notes on the piano. So those 7 things, or anything that has to deal with sequences of 7, if you can equate it to something, try to use that and equate it to the chakras. You know what I'm saying? Because it's obviously algorithmically attuned to the number 7 the same way that the chakras is for a reason. So there must be a connection. So test it out.
Now I would say also, this is something I do with water meditation, like when I meditate in the shower, or even when I meditate in my living room. But point is if you have a color like a light, and you have a color candle, tap in whatever chakra that you're tapping into. If you're tapping into, your sacral chakra, light an orange candle, turn on that orange light in the room. You know what I'm saying? I like to meditate in the shower because with my imagination and my inner child, that water changes. The water changes colors, and obviously the water touching my body, so it looks like energy literally shooting into my body. You know what I'm saying? So utilize, that as well. Water meditating and changing the color of the room and changing the color of the water to tap in. You know what I'm saying?
And then, again, also just to add, just simple visualization and imagination techniques coupled with breath work or breathing. You dig what I'm saying? I like to breathe through my chakras sometimes. So I may literally envision a nose or a mouth on my root chakra. And when I inhale from that mouth. And when I exhale through that mouth. And this is a way also to balance the frequencies of the or the energy of the chakra as well. So imagine that color in the big energy ball. And then when you inhale, you imagine you're breathing in all forms of cosmic light and healing energy. And then when you exhale the shadow. You know what I'm saying? You exhale the smoke, or it may look like ash. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, something that looks like it's been wasted away, you push that out. You know what I'm saying? And always push it out. When you release, push it out through the soles of your feet. You dig what I'm saying? So definitely I utilize that too.
So How do you learn to be comfortable with being uncomfortable during shadow work? So, family, I like how he did the reference because I'm gonna start doing this too. We got so many episodes out here that we've done that you probably haven't watched that will answer a lot of these questions. So, go back and watch the episode. Shadow work is a lifestyle change, and so where it becomes like that, family, is when shadow work no longer becomes I do shadow work. It becomes shadow work is a part of my lifestyle. So it's when and don't get me wrong, this will still happen, but it's when it doesn't happen as much. It's when you're not constantly when things happen, you're not reaction and you're not going crazy and frustrated. But when you're in a place of like, I see what that was, I see it's that place of awareness where you are understanding that I am a being that is elevating, ascending, and going to high heights in a cosmic place and shifting my whole family with my ancestors and everything. I'm doing all this work. So since I'm doing all this, you see what I'm saying? Man, I lost my train of thought. That's deep. I haven't happened in a while.
I don't know, but that was you was spitting.
What was the last thing I said, bro?
You was basically affirming that that you're a high vibrational being. You're breaking all these curses and trauma, and you have all these ancestors with you. Like, I don't know where you're going with it because you started. You the one started to answer the question. But
I know, bro. Basically, it's a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And so, that's what I was saying. So you whenever you understand everything that he was just saying, everything about who you are, when you understand, you're able to embody it and you take on that God mode. See, I use the example of Tahuti, you know what I'm saying, of Thoth. I use the example of rising the pyramids of Giza from underground. I use that example over and over because that's how I do my shadow work. So embody the aspect of healing is holistic, family. You need healing just as much as you need healing more than you need food. And we eat every day. So look at it from that aspect. And that's the most comfortable thing is that, this is working out for my good. It's kind of like if you work in a job, right? Say you work in a job and this job is only paying you $15 an hour or $14 an hour, and you need to be making $18 an hour. You like, dang, bro, this ain't working out. But in 3 months, you're gonna get a $5,000 bonus. That's how you gotta look at shadow work. You know what I'm saying? It's always a bonus. There's a bonus coming. It could be one day of shadow work. It could be 6 months, 3 weeks. There's always a bonus, and that bonus is an upgrade in you. You becoming a better person. You becoming more focused, making it easy for you to manifest the things you desire. You are now, you know what I'm saying? So it's not. We got to stop looking for tangible benefits from our shadow work.
Yeah, man.
You are the tangible benefit.
You asking the wrong question. You got to ask yourself, why do you need to be comfortable and comfortably uncomfortable with your shadow work? And what do you need to be uncomfortably uncomfortable for your shadow work for? You know what I'm saying? It's really not about the how. Like the same thing with manifestation. When we manifest, we're not really focused on the how. You dig what I'm saying? If you are, then you begin to potentially chase the manifestation away. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be in that space of understanding that to be comfortably uncomfortable is simply just experiencing it. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and not fraying away and trying to again ask those why, those how questions. You dig what I'm saying? Shift your consciousness into understanding. Like, it's the same thing as if we're looking to become plant-based, or we're looking to get more into this journey. We didn't ask how we do it. What did we do? We started questioning this shit. Where do I go look for this information? Why do I need to meditate? You know what I'm saying? Why do I need to do breath work? Not how. You know what I'm saying? So shift your focus onto why these things need to be done, and then you'll understand and actually fully integrate with the energy of being comfortably uncomfortable with your shadow work.
I see. What would be best utilized in protection at a base level? We gotta save space for ourselves. Honestly, your biggest protection is your heart space.
But put the question up so I can see it.
Well, that's the end of the question. Everything else ain't the question. The question is at the end. What would you best? But yeah, that answer to me is very simple. It's your heart space. You know what I'm saying? Your heart space is we are divinely protected through moving through our heart space. You know what I'm saying? There's no bigger protection than that. When I went back home, I keep my fire on. I'm one of them people, and I want to talk to y'all about some stuff about how to properly, handle certain things. We talked later on, but I didn't have I wasn't able to travel with it at that time. There was a lot going on. I kind of felt uncomfortable at first. I was like, man, I take my stuff everywhere. So I was like, I'm feeling uncomfortable, like, man. And I had to check and go within. And I was like, when I was talking with myself, with my higher self, and talking with the Most High, I'm like, yo, you are like, you're divinely protected. You know what I'm saying? And the revelation came was through my heart space. And so, and the deep part is that I wasn't concerned about me. I'm all about protecting my goddess. So, which that was an extension of what? My heart space. Love was what was inspiring the protection. And so, our heart space is our number one. Moving through our heart space and operating from our heart space is the number one protection, family. We can get into meeting crystals and all that. But that crystal, just because you put on a black obsidian, and it's a very powerful protection crystal, or a black tourmaline, that doesn't mean it's going to protect you, because you got to have a relationship with that crystal to do what you asked it to do. I have crystals all over my house, strictly the black crystals. I'm not going to say every last one, but for certain reasons. But I program them, and I let them know what I require, what I'm asking of them, and I show gratitude to them for that. So if you tap into crystals, definitely tapping in that aspect. But yeah, from a we are the protection aspect, it's your heart space.
And just to reiterate, and add on what he means, and what I will interpret what he means by the heart space as well, is that on a base level, I would say the mind. You dig what I'm saying? And I say that because, being as though we're these sentient beings, we have more than one mind. Like cows have more than one stomach to process and digest their food to the most smallest molecular form, to where they actually can absorb the nutrients. So with us, we have what I would like to think 4 different separate minds. We have our actual mind, our actual nervous system. Then we have, which is our first mind, our actual heart space. You dig what I'm saying? Then we have our first mind, which is our gut. Our second mind will be the heart space. And then we have our skin as well as another mind. You know what I'm saying? Another way that we can actually perceive and experience reality on that base level. So even just to reiterate, like, even when I was younger, one thing I will attest to is that even though my pops was in the streets, he kept me aware of it, but he didn't allow me to attach to the mindset. And what that did, what that really did, was allow for me to fortify my mind and actually really integrate that divine power and that divine protection, and understanding that the way I perceive a situation, or the way something carries out, is solely based on the mental level that I'm at and how I'm processing the situation. You dig what I'm saying? So if my mind is at a survival state within protection, and a situation where it comes up where I need to protect myself, I may potentially really, really hurt somebody, or really, really hurt myself. So to even disassociate from that whole reality and walk in a path of divine oneness, the mind, you dig what I'm saying? Understanding that that is literally your most like untouchable form of protection. You dig what I'm saying? Like, people ask me how to protect their auras all the time. And one thing I always tell them is to build armor. It's the most funnest thing ever. And then you can go build an Iron Man suit. You know what I'm saying? In your mind. But literally after you build it, you put it on outside of your auric field. And it's a literal extra form of protection outside of your auric field. So before something even gets to your aura, it got to go through your armor. You know what I'm saying? But even before it goes through your armor, you can put sigils, you can put mantras, you can put words of protection, you can put symbols and colors of protection on this armor to where it literally builds up a level of protection around you. And in order for you to power up that suit, all you have to do is just think about it. You know what I'm saying? So little things like that, knowing that you can go within your mind and craft something to protect your energy and actually manifest it here into this third dimensional realm to protect you is very, very powerful to protect your energy. So definitely, like the guy said, moving through the heart space. You will only be able to do that if you were able to move through the heart space. You know what I'm saying? So,
and also, this is something that I learned from Isis Wisdom a while ago. And activating your cloak and your shield, which is basically what he's talking about. But we can cloak ourselves when we walk outside as well. You know what I'm saying?
We talk about that.
Different beings and things like that. So it's simple as the power of your intention. You know what I'm saying? The same way we manifest and you speaking those words of affirmation. You know what I'm saying? Cloak activated, or unlock cloak, or activate shield. You know what I'm saying? And you can walk outside and do that. I actually do that before I rest every night, or before I go into a meditation. I do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's different things. We have to understand how powerful we are, family.
Yeah, you definitely do. Like when you create something within the mind, like even when you go into the astral realms, like if you need more protection in the astral realms or in the dream state, well, all you have to do is literally conjure something that you protect you in the physical realm and send that energy over to the astral realm and vice versa. So it's the same thing. It's the fluctuation of that energy. So if you know that Archangel Michael can send you some form of protection, how can you ground that energy into the physical realm? Can you go into your mind and literally see you as Archangel Michael? You dig what I'm saying? But inside of Archangel Michael is actually a real version of you. It's outside of you. You dig what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Protect you. So definitely.
And understand this is all projection, family. So as real as you think you are, what you're seeing is fake. Understand that. This avatar is, I ain't gonna say it's nothing, but it's only a vessel. Like you are a projection, family. Everybody on this live is spirit and soul. Not what we see on here, manifest, all this type of stuff we focus on. When we shift that reality and we really understand that I'm talking to a soul, a divine spirit that's connected directly to source, we'll look at each other way different.
Yeah, listen, it's a mantra, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I said that in one of my songs, listen to the spirit, nothing else is the real thing. You know what I'm saying? And definitely.
I say. So, I ain't gonna lie, we about to wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Tonight was a very holistic, amazing, exciting, very healing, vulnerable, and it was a vibe with the tribe type of energy where we was able to tap in and we was able to alchemize this energy into questions and divine answers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And I'm gonna definitely just be the one to say it. I take it that y'all wasn't asking questions because we've been doing our part and y'all been doing your part with this Shadow Work Sundays. It's been working. You dig what I'm saying? Right. So I commend y'all for even just still pulling up to seeing if there's anything else you can add to your shadow work list. You know what I'm saying? So definitely much gratitude to the tribe, man.
And we getting back to it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, this is still podcast, not podcast. You know how it happened, but this was more of interactive. So next Sunday, y'all get ready. We're getting back to it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, much gratitude to the tribe. I'm gonna throw this on here real quick as well. We are building and working on a few things. So if you do want to support the tribe, you know what I'm saying, in any kind of way and invest into the things that are being built and that we cooking up, you know what I'm saying, you definitely can. Or if you just want to just show some love, you know what I'm saying? So so much gratitude to y'all. And we're gonna see y'all again next Sunday. You dig?
Definitely tap in, you know what I'm saying? And for those who just need to, talk and things like that, you can tap into the Telegram or, you know what I'm saying, DM any one of us on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? They're at the bottom of the screen and, you know what I'm saying, we tap in, you know what I'm saying? It's very holistic, very, very very much on tribe vibes. You know what I'm saying? So we're here to help. Just also understand that sometimes we need space to help y'all heal sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
And honestly, I'm gonna say thank you for saying that, family. I know it's a few of the tribe that I'm not leaving y'all on red. I've actually got to tell some of y'all that I just told you I've been resting. I've been like trying to even keep my eyes up, and so my apologies, but I definitely will be getting back to y'all tomorrow for sure. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you stopping saying that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was saying, like, y'all gotta understand, like, just being a healer, like, you gotta take that time. You know what I'm saying? Even like I always say, like, I'm not gonna respond to a question if I'm not in this consciousness to answer it. You know what I'm saying? That way, if I do answer it, I might actually project to you my experience from what you asking me. So like, I always make sure that even if y'all respond or whatever the case may be, I will always make sure just to that level of my own reverence, like, and to make sure that I'm good, I always take that space to make sure I can answer y'all question. And so does Kings.
Back out of love.
Exactly.
It's not because we like don't care. We actually stepping back because we care so much.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I say.
So peace, love, light, wholeness, healing, and alchemization for this retrograde and for the next 7 days. We're not gonna call it a week because ain't nothing week about us. Yeah, it did.
I say wholeness to the tribe, man. See y'all next Sunday.
Candlelight in the rising and I feel amazing. Preparation for an early meditation. No procrastination, only elevation. I'm working with a power that can heal a nation. How you vibrating? How you vibrating? How you vibrating? How you vibrating? Vibes on serious. I'm a vortex like a pyramid. A reflection make the mirror flip. Mercury is my inner king. Manifest. How you vibrating? Big energy. How you vibrating? I travel to other dimensions with all senses. Manifestation, the power of alchemized intentions. Telepathically speaking, you heard every sentence.